Good morning. We are in Dallas, Fort Worth, or headed there. We just had a delicious breakfast at the Division Street Diner in Arlington. Oh my gosh. If you like Eggs Benedict, they make a poached egg perfectly. And their hollandaise, absolutely delicious. The children even stayed in their seats the whole time, and their pancakes were delicious. It was a good place. If you're in the area and you want breakfast, go there. It's very hometown feely and delicious tea. If you're into tea and coffee, I guess Brian said. So we're headed to the Stockyards. Everybody said that is a must go to. We know that it might be a little touristy. We don't mind touristy, but we're gonna go there, see the Longhorn cattle. We're gonna try and catch the cattle drive that they do down the streets and see what we can see. My dad suggested we go to Billy Bob's for lunch, and a bunch of other places said we should go there. TripAdvisor had a lot of good reviews, so we're gonna check that out for a later lunch today, and I'm excited about going to the Stockyards. I'm always concerned when we go to big places like this because we travel with 3 younger children. Tara's 8, almost 9, but you know, she still likes to go off and explore, but she's still kind of young. And then we have the 3-year-old and the almost 2-year-old, and so they're very mobile and they don't always stay with us despite our trying, and so it's a constant trying to keep them entertained, occupied, near us, safe. So these big sprawling places that we're going to, kind of like museums too when we go, it's sometimes very taxing on Brian and I, and it's hard to sometimes enjoy what we've gone to see. You know, we're never gonna spend a bunch of time reading things or really getting a sense of what's going on at the places that we're at, so we have to do a lot of pre-reading to kind of know what we're walking into. And you know, if we see something that we like, we have to, you know, Wikipedia it when we get home and learn more about it instead of kind of absorbing it while we're there. Just one of the challenges of traveling with younger children. Ben and Brooke don't mind the stroller, but they like to move, and so the stroller only lasts for so long, and I understand that. If you have any comments or any tips or tricks that you use, please leave them in the comments down below. We read them all. We appreciate all of your help and suggestions, so thank you. We saw the steers with their enormous horns.
Longhorns, even.
Yes. And now we're gonna go check out what the Stockyards has for us to see.
Stockyards Station. And maybe we'll go visit the cows in their pens that they were driven to.
Steers.
Steers. They're steers. That's super longhorns. So we're continuing to explore the Stockyards here in Fort Worth. We saw the stampede, or stampede. Luckily it wasn't a stampede. We saw the cattle drive, and then we checked out Stockyards Station, which is this long brick building here behind me. It's all outdoors but covered, which I'm sure in the summer is fantastic. But right now it's in the 40s, so we're not too worried about being in the shade. We'd rather actually rather be in the sun.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of little tchotchke shops and stuff. We hit the candy store just for a little pick-me-up. And now we're going to see if we can find the cattle in the pens over here and get up close to them. And then we're gonna go find that lunch place.
Maybe we might go to the Stockyard Museum first, and then go, because we had a late lunch or a late breakfast.
Right.
So it's nice here in February.
Yeah, there's like nobody here.
There's nobody here.
It's very quiet here.
On a Thursday.
Yeah. But that's the advantage of not being stuck to weekends and holidays.
Right?
Is we can come somewhere like this, see and do everything, and not have to fight for parking or fight through crowds or wait in long lines.
And it is cold, but in the sun, it's quite lovely because it's a hot sun here.
It is. It is. So we always had to find handicap ramps. And this one was way far away.
We always know if things are ADA acceptable.
Yeah. So running around with a stroller, we always had to find these ramps. It's kind of annoying. That one was really far away around the side of the building.
You could have just done this. But go up that way.
That's what we did. So we're gonna go and check out the Stockyards Museum, I believe. It looks kind of neat. It's a cool old looking building. So let's see how much the kids bounce around through here. Then we're gonna go get some Texas barbecue. This is not the place for us.
No.
It looks really cool, and it's cheap, but it's full of knickknacks and things for little fingers to grab.
Come here. So we're not going to the museum. Museum is for people that know how to not touch things, so let's go and find out where lunch is and see how long the wait is.
So there are a bunch of old, real Texas-looking gentlemen in here bidding on cattle. It's kind of neat. Looks like there's some announcers back in the corner, and they got lot numbers and animals up on TVs. They're just sitting here having a good old time eating this yummy-looking buffet, buying livestock.
One of Billy Bob's Honky Tonk restaurant. It's the largest honky tonk restaurant.
We're not really honky tonk people.
You're not.
I'm not. Apparently, Erin is a honky tonk person. If she's so adamant that I'm not. Yeah, so this is apparently the world's largest honky tonk. So we're gonna go check it out. Apparently, food is really good.
Yeah.
And then there's live entertainment. I think all the time on the weekends. I don't think we'll see anything right now. But there's this little thing called Rodeo Drive.
Grand Rodeo Plaza.
Grand Rodeo Plaza. It's kind of nice, kind of dead right now, but it's the middle of the week. It's February, so yeah, it's kind of neat. A lot of little shops and stuff. The kids are liking this because the street's all blocked off, so they can run around wherever they want. What is it? It's a belt? Everything is bigger in Texas.
Big in design over here.
Sometimes Ben needs a little extra motivation to keep moving. And some good motivation for Ben is grabbing onto his hand and pretending to run urgently.
This place is so big. My dad was telling us that it was big, but it is so much bigger than I thought it would be. There's not a lot of people here right now. We had to pay $2 each to get in because the lady said it's primarily a bar and music venue, but during the day, the kids got in free. It was $2 each for Brian and I. And there's arcades and pool tables and stuff. It does have a slight smell of cigarette smoke, but nobody's actively smoking right now because I think we're the only ones here. So we're gonna go down and get some lunch and let the kids run around a little bit in here. So.
So how was lunch?
It was good. It was good. I am not a fan of brisket, and I know I'm going to get in trouble for saying that now that I'm a Texan. I don't like it. The sausage was really good. The chicken was really good. I love the barbecue sauce. We had sweet potato fries, delicious. You had some of the kids' grilled cheese.
Yeah.
On Texas toast, lots of cheese.
It's really good, but a lot of cheese.
And then the coleslaw was pretty good. It was sweet, so it's hard to eat a lot of it. But
The fried pickles.
fried pickles,
Fabulous.
lovely, lovely. Final round.
Ready, set, fight! No, 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 no!
It's chilly here in Dallas.
It's very cold. It's like 40 degrees. It's super windy.
No sun.
No sun, yeah.
Foggy, windy.
Yeah.
We're headed into the Perot Museum.
Yep, we're in Dallas. We're like actually in Dallas, downtown Dallas.
Yep.
So we're gonna go to the Perot Museum because it's indoors,
Yay.
and not the zoo. We were gonna go to the zoo this morning, but we drove by.
Nobody was there.
We changed our minds before we even left the hotel, but the parking lot was completely empty because it's really cold.
It's really,
so,
really cold.
So we're gonna head into the Perot Museum here and check it out. Apparently it is super awesome. Up it goes. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There it goes. Bonk. All right, pull the paper out. Woo, you broke it.
This is a really cool place. I like it. Lots of stuff. So it's drizzling now that we've come back outside. We just finished the Perot Museum. We paid a little bit extra to go to the space exploration one, and it was really cool. They had a mock-up of the Destiny Lab, and you could go in and it spun all around you. It was very disorienting. But we're gonna go ahead, have some lunch here. We spent a good, 5 hours here? 4 hours here? We could have spent more, but the children are hungry and so are we. So we're gonna go move now because it's really cold.
Decided to come back into Dallas again today. We are going to the George W. Bush Presidential Library and Museum on the SMU campus. It was sleeting and icy and super cold, still super cold, but we got here safely. Drove around downtown and checked out a couple of the old buildings and stuff. This is a really pretty city downtown, and we saw a huge eyeball, which the kids got a big kick out of. So we're gonna head into the library, and we've heard that these places are really cool, and this is the first one we've been nearby, so let's go check it out. No cameras?
beautiful. It's a full-scale replica of the Oval Office as President Bush had it in his second term. And it's really, really beautiful. Apparently the rug was handmade to their specifications. And if you look at it, there's kind of like a sunburst coming off from the seal. It looks really cool. It's very nice to be in here. It's really nice.
If you ask me, it's actually smaller than I thought it would be.
Really?
It feels smaller, yeah.
Now. We're at Reunion Tower in downtown Dallas. There is an event going on here that we have been thrown into.
What kind of event, sweetheart?
His face is like
Furry
a
event.
fox.
A what?
The children are very excited to see all the people dressed up
Huh, do you think it's a
as furries. Some are a little scary, and Brooke was a little bit afraid, but I'm sure Brian will get some footage of everything that we've seen today. But we're headed up to the top of Reunion Tower to have a bite to eat and a cocktail.
all the way back here, so you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see.
You go outside.
And 3, 2, 1.
Woohoo!
Let's go. Welcome officially to the Reunion Tower. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tara?
Cool, cold, and I like it.
So I am on the top of the Reunion Tower on the observation deck, 471 feet up over the beautiful city of Dallas. It's currently 35 degrees and super windy out here, but it's a beautiful sunny day after we woke up to sleet and freezing temperatures this morning. So Tara wanted to come on the outside. It's nice and warm on the inside, so let's go back in there.